I'm Mackenzie Dancer, active conservationist, advocate outdoorsman, and this is Conjuring the Hunt.
Soaked in the middle of Nebraska. What could be better?
If I can hunt and fish all day long, man, it would truly be a dream.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Conjuring the Hunt. Hi, I am Mackenzie Dancer. I will be hosting the show for you. Like usual, I'm always here for questions and answers. So anyways, first I'd like to apologize for the long break we took. It was an unseen break. What had happened was actually my computer ended up crapping out. So I got a whole new system, actually, which is awesome. It was needed to happen anyways. But we're up and running good. This new computer is actually 10 times better. So I definitely like that. The speed of it all and the graphics and all that stuff and the core itself, just fabulous. So what had happened is I planned on doing a turkey show mid-season of turkey season. And, tell you guys about my turkey hunting, what we all do, and how we sit down to it. But as soon as I sat down to do the show, I actually recorded it out and everything. It wasn't going to be a live one. It was just going to be one I put up there because I didn't have time to do live. And I also was planning on another show with a guest, but I had to cancel on him. And I'll try to get him back on here. So if he's listening, Dylan, I will get you on here. Just bear with me. We've had a lot of technical difficulties. So yeah, what sucks is because can't remember if I told you guys this yet, but I joined Feather Net Outdoors for there, so I can submit my hunting videos to them, and they go on their show or on their site, and they post it up, and they'll send me money for that. So I had a couple of turkey hunting shows that I wanted to do with them, or videos that I wanted to send them, and unfortunately, all my turkey stuff was on that computer, and well, this was the old computer. Back here, it kind of took a shit on us. Yeah, I was doing it on a simple laptop. It did its job for what it was needed. But the new system is a lot more awesome. Sorry if I'm sweating. I was doing a lot of housework and we just got back from fishing too, so that's great. Which brings me to this text, the topic of fishing on the show. So it is definitely fishing season. It is gearing up. If you're in Nebraska, walleye are running right now. Just catch those not backwater streams, but the back current streams that are coming off of current. So say you got an inlet coming in, flowing water. It's flowing water, and what happens is it'll hit something. I guess I don't know the full technical term that it does, but it fills back into it. So in between the two waters, that one coming. I guess it's kind of hard to show you guys. When it's doing this, the two waters. Oh, yeah, okay. The two waters are doing that against each other. Walleye will sit in these currents because the smaller fish, it's the game fish, I guess to call it, will swim in those those not so tough currents, and walleye will take advantage of that and just boom. So if you're fishing with minnows, pop a shiner in there, and I guarantee you'll actually have a really good day fishing that like that. So yeah, another news also I keep playing with because it looks weird, but the mustache is back. I'm rocking it again all summer, so deal with it. My wife hates it, by the way. I don't know why. I love it. It keeps getting on my top lip though. I think it's from the sweat. The hair's kind of heavy, but and also, crappie is running right now. Always, I will actually skip. I mean, I am a walleye eating fool. That's about the only fish I will go out on the lake to go in a big lake for because I don't do catfish or anything like that. It's just, I like that white meat. So walleye, crappie, perch, any of those. But there is a crappie run right now going on too at the interstate lakes. So if you see one of those, and this seems to happen every spring, it usually starts It started late this year, but it usually starts at the end of March and works its way into April and May. But it actually started at the end of April, surprisingly, which is weird. But and then it's like a fine line of when to hit them too. At least this is what I find. But like around dusk, you go out with a worm, bobber and worm, throw it 10 feet off the bank, right by some trees and trees in the water, and you just let it sit, and boom, right away, crappie. And you catch, out there, they're catching, well, some that are probably bigger than this. Oh, excuse me, sorry, I did not mean for that to happen. But yeah, so the fish are definitely running right now, which is good for the springtime. It's good for the lakes. It's good. Um, it keeps us hunters a little more, I guess, not bored over the summer. I mean, it's hard to compete with hunting for me, I guess, because when we get in the summer, I'm like, okay, well, turkey season's gone. That's my last hunting season. Well, guess I'm waiting for September to roll around. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but that is my mindset. Because then September, everything kicks off. Well, not everything, I should say, but the big one, deer archery. And once again, we're going to be hitting it hard next year, and I will be getting more videos up to Feathernet Outdoors. Man, I cannot talk. That's another thing that's been messing me this last week. I got sick again. This season has sucked for colds, man. I'm my immune system must not be as good as it was because Jesus. Or it's the fact that we have more kids in our household that are bringing home sicknesses. That's probably more along the lines of what it is. But so I don't know if you guys have heard of Feathernet Outdoors. I want you guys to all please go check them out, give them a like, check out their stuff, because they also do still have field staff member opportunities for everyone to get on. And if you like that, or if you like basically, it's a giant group of people, right? And they, some of them are there to put like me to get their show out or stuff like that. But there are people there who are just landowners who are looking to, have people come and hunt on their land with them, or just, share land so they can go hunt other land too. So that's good. I mean, like, you got a guy that's good who has really good deer hunting land, but no turkeys. So he's out there saying, hey, I'll let you hunt these turkeys or these deer if I can go hunt these turkeys, or allows him to find someone where he can turkey hunt. So I mean, it's a good group of guys. They got an apparel store too. They're based out of Ohio, so I mean, and they have members all over the Midwest, and I believe even in the eastern, the northeastern and western states. I haven't seen too many in the southern states, but who knows? I mean, in my opinion, I know they got good deer down there, and I'm not saying anything against it, guys, but they're not as big. I will say this: they are not as big as the usual deer we get here in Nebraska or up in Michigan or Wisconsin or even Ohio where they're from. So, but just go check them out. They got a lot of good opportunities there, and another good sponsor is Grunt Style T-shirts. I'm not wearing one right now. On the video I actually put out, I had the Memorial Day Grunt Style shirt on, and I was planning on wearing that during the show, and just getting the message out that I finally got affiliated with them, and to get my promo code to go get discounts on their clothing and gear. But computer took a crap, so and this one was I had a lot of stuff to do today, but I knew I needed to get a show in, so I just wore the stuff I wore fishing. So sorry about that. But Grunt Style is, they donate to a lot of like the Wounded Warriors and everything like that. It's almost like a Till Valhalla program, which if you don't know what that is, it's just like Grunt Style. People buy their clothing, and most of their profits go to like nonprofit organizations like Wounded Warrior or anything like that, or Tunnels to Towers. I mean, that's a great one too. I love Tunnels to Towers, and I can't get over how helpful they are to some of my brothers. But another one I also got to give you a shout out to is Alps nicotine pouches. Without Alps, I I wouldn't, I'm not gonna say I'm the healthiest guy, but I feel like I'm a lot more healthier with Alps out there. I'm sorry if you see a lot of sweat, guys. My air this is it's been a terrible week for the studio, mainly because it got hot and our air conditioning took a crap on us again. So the house one's fine, but the one out here, yeah, it just gets hot. So I'm a little sweaty. I've honestly thought it about like on the weekends, maybe I should come out here at like 2 in the morning. That way it's nice and cool and get a breeze going in here, cool it down first, and you know do my show then. But also none of I don't believe any of the listeners are really up at 2 in the morning wanting to do a live show. So that would kind of throw a curveball in for that stuff. So, anyways, Alps nicotine pouches. You can Alps nicotine pouches, Grunt Style, and Outdoorsnot.net for any of their gear or anything like that. You can go to our website or email us or anything like that. Email us. It might take a little bit longer, but you can go to any of our numerous sites and pick up our promotion codes for any of these companies, and you can get quite a good discount on them. I believe at FeatherNet it is a 20% discount. At Grunt Style, I believe it is 25% discount, and Alps is unfortunately only a 10% discount, but it works. And Alps has got uh, a lot of great flavors to go with their nicotine pouches. They just came out with the Mountain Wintergreen, which is what I'm switching to because that's what I'm used to is wintergreen. I even when I was doing Rogues before this, I did Wintergreen. When I was doing Zins before Rogues, before Zins turned to shit and very liberal, um, I actually thought Wintergreen was terrible tasting at theirs, but I think Rogue and Alps are very similar to actual like Copenhagen Wintergreen or Skull Wintergreen. So if you need a good source, a good healthy source of nicotine, I know nicotine's not really healthy, it's an addictive substance, but if you're looking for a way to kind of get healthier or even attempt to quit smoking or chewing, these nicotine pouches are they're it's a good way to stop. It's a good source to get your nicotine that doesn't have tar or anything like that in it. So by all means, check out my promotion. Go to their website and doodly daddly, click buy. Another cool thing is I am finally getting. I would say I know I've said it before that the merch store is coming soon, but I have got all the stuff lined up to do it, and now it's just pulling the trigger when I have time to do it, so that I can have my merch up. So you can get your Conjuring the Hunt gear, hoodies, shirts, mouse pads, coffee cups, pens, all through our. I'll put the merch site. It'll be on shop. It'll be through shop, I should say, but I'll give you the merch site through our Facebook, Instagram, our website, and if you need me to be, just message me out on email, and I will send out an email link to it too. But so now that we got things back rolling, um, like I said, we went turkey hunting, and I had a pretty good turkey season, I'd say. You know, um, we got turkeys in, and the oldest of mine had a great year. He got which I've never done this. He got a three-bearded tom. I mean, the beards weren't like super long or anything like that. I mean, the biggest beard that it had on it was 6 inches, which I still find is a great beard. But I mean, I was talking to some people. They're like, "Oh, well, it's not like 10 inches, so it's nothing to brag about." I'm like, dude, it's his first turkey. It's a great turkey for him because the beards aren't long, but good God, this bird. Okay, so Bentley, he's not mine. He's not my biological son. He's my stepson. And when you see him, you could tell too, because I'm 6 foot and he's 13, and he's already like 6 foot also, and he's got size like I wear size 11 shoes, and he wears size like fucking Shaquille O'Neal shoes. I think the last size he was in or that we saw, or that we bought him was 16s. So clearly he's going to be a big kid. And, he's holding this turkey up, and it looks monstrous on this kid. It makes him look small. And I'm like, Jesus, you got a good bird. And not to mention, I've never got it. 3 beard. The most I've got is 2 beards. And like I said, biggest one was only 6 inches, but I'm just proud of him for doing that. I got a decent bird too. We nicknamed our birds, put them in the freezer, nicknamed them and labeled them Christmas and Thanksgiving because that's probably what we'll be doing with them, is having them on Christmas and Thanksgiving. So that's a tradition, not really a tradition, but so that tradition started with my dad and my grandpa. So they would go out, and one of them would kill Thanksgiving, and one of them would kill Christmas. And they put it in the freezer, and that's when they'd have it. So that's kind of my family tradition, is to carry on with that and everything. In other news, I'm expanding the CTH line a little more still. I've submitted the paperwork for the FFL already, and they finally gotten back to me, and they are going to. Well, I shouldn't say they're going to, or I don't know how I want to word that. They have setting up an appointment with me, or a date to set up an appointment, I should say. So yeah, then they told me it could be like three months before they get a hold of me. I was like, awesome, 3 months. And I'm ATF. I ain't gonna bash any. I guess I would bash them, but I don't want to bash any of the federal government branches. But I do feel like sometimes. Well, I was in the Army, so I know it. It's a hurry up and wait process. And if no one's ever heard of that, you basically hurry up and get your part done to wait on the actual upper echelons to get their part done, and it is severely irritating sometimes. I will say that. But once it gets done, we will be able to have this. I already got a couple guys who are in need of like gun repairs or even simple cleanings, and I'm like, heck yeah, I'll do that. Make a little money off that. Keep my books straight. Maybe sell a gun or two. That'd be cool and everything, and then eventually make enough money. And here is the goal: to have a CTH headquarters where I can have also branch off with a outfitter guide slash service, and I want to do something for my town because, well, not for my town, but in my town because it doesn't have one. A shooting range. I would love to have an indoor shooting range here, and it'd be awesome to have that. So those are the goals of it, and we're saving up to move forward, I should say, with that. I mean, I've had a couple friends who live in the same town as me. They're like, man, you just don't got anywhere to shoot in this town. We have to go all the way out to the canal. I'm like, yeah. And they're probably gonna put it into. I haven't heard word on it yet, but last I knew, they were actually trying to put an end on that. So I mean, we'll see on that. But even if they did, it'd be cool to have a place where that them editing that line of work, or that, not editing, but exiting that process of legislation for the canal out, and even if they did that and having a place to go, hey, well, you did that, it doesn't matter, I still got this range to shoot at, right? Speaking about Alps, I need one. But yeah, so it has not been. It has been a hectic last couple of months because I think I've been sick 2 or 3 times during this last couple of months, and it is not just like, oh, I'm getting cold sick or anything like that. It is like multiple things, like flu, influenza, just everything all at once. This one I was lucky is just a congestion thing that really it leveled me, honestly. But yeah, and recovering from that, coming out or should say, in between sicknesses, coming out here, finding, getting a show recorded and, going submit, and then the screen going, Gunro, and me thinking, oh shit, I have all my Hun shit on that computer. Gone. So like my Patreon, I actually was lucky enough to get some of that stuff over here through the process of Windows, because that's a Windows computer back there too. But I think I might have to redevelop my whole intro, and which is going to give me a process of also creating an intro for these rather than me just saying, hey, here's my face. Let's go. It's go time right now. But yeah. So, and this one isn't going to be a super long episode, by the way, guys. Just giving you a brief summary of what's going on, and how we're handling the downtime and why there was a break and everything. In other news, um, we'll dabble over to reloading a little bit. Through my supply, I now have like 8,000 brass of 223 that'll keep me busy for the whole summer and future summers to come, but that's fun. So my reloading process has slowed down also just with this stuff because you can't see it because I'm in the way. My reloading booth is still behind me and it is kind of just a mess because I've had to put computer parts over there and extra stuff and just all that. And so yeah. But the reloading will get back on track. I mean, I really need to. So the reason everyone's like, why do you need 8,000 brass at 223? I was like, well, I like to shoot a lot. And to me, everyone's like, oh, a good backstock is 500 to 1,000 ammo. To me, having 2,000 rounds is a good backstock. And I'm not going to dabble into that backstock. So 2,000 rounds is basically my zero. Once I hit that, I need to start getting more. That's my peripheral preference on it. I do the same. I don't do the 2,000 with it, but 1,000 rounds with 40 ammo. Just because you never know what's going to happen in the world or anything like that, or you never know when you're just going to have a boring day and want to go rack off 500 rounds at a range. Get some of your thoughts out through down a range. So yeah, the reloading process will get back to that. Our gardening is doing great. We are preparing for that too. So in the middle of all this, we're also getting ready for our gardening. I didn't realize this summer was going to be this busy, but it has felt like a doozy. That is definitely sure a daisy you do ya. But yeah, and just it's been hectic. Like we have such a great house right now, but our gardening spot, I've last year it was all grass, so I was like, yeah, we'll rototill that up. We'll put some manure in there, kind of kill off the grass and weeds and everything, and plant our plants there. Yeah, so we killed off the grass, but apparently all the goddamn dandelions were like, we're here to stay, motherfucker. You know what? Dandelions are a vegetable. I'm about to eat y'all. And I mean, if it came down to it, I would, but I'd rather have the tomatoes or the peppers or the beans or the carrots or stuff like that as planted in it. But yeah, and still planning on doing a lot more hunting this next summer season. I'm gonna try to get up there and call for a few people. I'm having some family issues with my family that lives in Colorado, so I will see about that. I might just avoid Colorado and like go to Wyoming and hunt there or something like that. Or my wife wants to make a trip to Montana. I may even apply the tag there or Idaho, something like that. I don't know. There's a lot of good elk hunting. Colorado's great, but there's a lot of good elk hunting outside of Colorado. There's still the Rockies in the other states. I mean, it's just difficult of getting a tag. So we'll see with that and everything, but I know there is other tags that are easier available in those states that we want to go visit. And for some reason, I don't know if it's possible in the lower 48, but I want to shoot a grizzly bear. Does anyone else? Like, how cool would that be just to be like, yeah, that bear on the wall, I shot it. Look at it. See that mouth? It was coming at me. I was just like, okay, gotcha. You know what I mean? So I think that would be pretty cool. But a bear in general would be pretty cool. Another one, I should say, another black bear. But so everyone's like, oh, well, why do you hunt bear? And people don't understand that bear is actually good meat. If you hunt the right bear, it's great meat. It's honestly, I would say, closest to pork. Like, you have no idea how good Fagin bear is. If you've had a bear that's been scrounging around in town in dumpsters and everything, you have no idea how good bear is. So yeah, but anyways, with the future of coming of the CTH, I am looking forward to it. I've already got people wanting me to guide them on hunts. And it's not necessarily big paying people and everything, but it's people who, like friends of family that, like I got a cousin in Nebraska who used to be from Maine. God, belches. A cousin that lives in Nebraska used to be from Maine. And he's got a buddy that wants to come down and hunt deer. Well, he doesn't know where to. And I told him, I was like, hey, man, I've got a couple private places, but most of it, I hunt public. So, I mean, if you want to hunt with me, we're probably going to be hunting public. And, there's competition there and everything. He's like, cool, I just want to know, like, I just want to hunt Nebraska. He's like, I heard you guys got some good deer. Maine, we've got some all right muleys and everything, but we don't got anything whitetail. I was like, cool, come down. I'll get you on a whitetail. And the best part is he doesn't care if it's a doe or a buck. So 100%, we're gonna work that out. And there will be more videos of this time. Hopefully, I won't have a crash when I have it all loaded. Because one other thing I wanted to do, I wanted to kind of create my own little series when at the end of all seasons, and episodes 1 is the start of archery season, where we take breaks for pheasant, dove, and all the game birds in between. And then when rifle kicks off, we do the week in November not series, but one of my episode. There we go. That's the one I was looking for. Episode. And then we've handed over to muzzleloader hunting in December, and then late season hunting in it. And then we ended off with turkey and anything that we can get in the late season, and maybe have a few fishing episodes of us getting those walleye in. Because one thing I will say is I have a lot of connections with walleye fishing that I really didn't know. I haven't fished for walleye this season, but I've got buddies and family that are fishing at like around Lake Johnson, McConaughey, Maloney, and Sutherland, and they're like, "Hey, we got a freezer full already. You want some of this walleye?" And I'm like, "Yes, please drop it off. I would love that. Give me some walleye right now." So I mean, that would be great. Me and Justin get a little video action of me and Justin just hammering walleye at fucking McConaughey the other day, but I didn't even think about taking my camera there. I should have. I really should have, honestly. But sorry, I'm really dehydrated. I think it's because the room's so damn hot. But I'm gonna get that going, and we're gonna make sure everything's backed up onto my OneDrive through Microsoft too. That way, if it does crash, I can just be like, "Oh, hey, right over here." Because what was done with me, and I think this is honestly what caused it, is I took all my things from the SD cards and I put them onto that computer, and literally that was the next day I went to make that podcast, and as soon as I hit submit, it black screen, nothing. Couldn't pull anything up or anything like that. I Googled it on my phone and everything, and they're like, "Yeah, your computer's fucked." I was like, "Awesome." I know I did a little poll survey on one of the other episodes, and or actually the one before that one crashed, about language, and it seems like you guys just wanted me to be me and not censor my language. So that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get 100% me. I'm still gonna, I do get a little political, but I'm still gonna try to hold back on the politics, I should say. But the older I get, the less I care about what people think about it, honestly. And there's gonna be more guests coming up on this show soon. Now that we got a new system up, a new room up. The system looks pretty sweet. I wish I could show you right now. My camera's right here, kind of attached to the computer. So, but maybe I'll do my phone on one of these episodes and have a little clip coming in of the computer system, let you guys get a feel of the new new system shot up or up right now. But as for now, there's been some big news on the silencer thing. So the silencer thing, I don't really care about too much. I'm not going to use a silencer. I have no need for a silencer. In my opinion, I've hunted this way for how long have I hunted for? It's been over 16 years. I can tell you that much. But I've hunted that way for a while. I've been successful without a silencer on multiple days, back to back hunting the same spot. Pulled out deer in several locations, shot coyotes in several locations, bound back to back days. So I don't see the need for a silencer, but I get it. Some people do, and this is where my libertarian stance comes in. It should be, there shouldn't be a tax stamp on it. If you don't have a tax stamp on any of the other stuff, why have it on a silencer? And I get when I think the defense of the silencer, the people who made the defense of it did a terrible job at it because they shouldn't have gone with the Second Amendment defense. Any good attorney is going to rip that apart. Because the silencer, it's not a weapon, it's not a firearm, it's an accessory. So it wouldn't be protected under the Second Amendment. But, at the same time, it's not a dangerous thing. So, I don't know. But the new POTUS legislation, they are more along the lines backing the silencer movement, and what is delaying it is actually a silencer company. If you can believe that. I think Central Silence or something like that is actually for the tax stamp, and it's because they get more money off of it or something like that, which is dumb, but it is what it is. And that's what happens in America. Yeah, you like big tobacco. I mean, I can remember a while back. I guess not big tobacco, but Marlboro was backing a protester group against Camel because when Camel's little crunch ball menthols was causing problems with people, and Marlboro was like, "Do it," and it's because it brought them money. But that's America for you. That's the capitalistic society. And I'm not against that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's what comes with that society. So, I mean, you got to get used to that kind of. You got to roll with the punches and everything. And there will be more firearm related news coming on here too to let the people know, because I do have a lot of people who email me and ask me about what's going on with this, what's going on with that. Have you heard anything on this room? And the Sky guns, they're going out of business, and Kalashnikov. All of them, they're going out of business now. Kalashnikov is just, I think they're just tired of it and they're getting rid of it. On Sky, on the other hand, the Sky handguns, it kind of sounds like they got in trouble, honestly. So I don't know what's going on there. I will do some more research into it, and maybe on the next episode we'll talk about that. But I'm not 100% sure, but just from what I read, it was like, ooh, that's not good, because it was like ATF was coming in, and FBI was coming in, and, it was either shut down or, you're going to be in trouble. So, I mean, I believe they shut down. So, yeah, I don't know. But that's going to be it for the episode today. Thank you all for coming and listening. Just to give you a short one to let you know what has been happening, and we are back online. We will be back to this. So thank you for listening. This has been Conjuring the Hunt, and I am Mackenzie Dancer.